169.
170. How's our elapsed time, Angelo?
56 minutes.
So we'll take up the rest of the time doing our famous 5.
Let me stop it.
No, we'll stop it at the hour mark and work out what our average was. Really great session. Went up quite a few pounds on the deadlifts, which you're well up for, and some new material, right?
Yep.
A little bit of new material. One of the things I wanted to bring up today, and I'll talk about context in a second. I have a word that I use a lot that encapsulates a few of the different contexts or facets of the training that I feel are really important, and the word is MOSTRILOGY. But what it is mobility, stability, strength, agility, philosophy, and psychology. So I pull all that down into that one word, MOSTRILOGY. And what I wanted to talk to you about was one particular facet of that, which is the stability component, and pull you right back to the first day and talk about that left leg and the stability issues that you had with that leg post-surgery, and talk about perhaps the journey you've taken from that day to today, where we're doing so many stability exercises, and the improvement that you've seen in that facet of your training. Because we've seen improvement in strength, we've seen massive improvement in mobility, right?
Yes.
So let's talk about that stability component in particular, in the context of you having just had a fall on some ice in the last few days, right?
Right. So if we talk about how I was feeling after my surgery, I had lots of, obviously, stiffness after 2 surgeries, but specifically my left leg had some nerve issues where I couldn't feel it. It was numb, so I was dragging my left foot, and my whole mobility and balance was very uncertain. So I was afraid of falling down, doing any kind of task, really. And now that we've been targeting, strengthening this leg and the balance and getting me more mobile, like I said, I've gone leaps and bounds in being able to, use this leg and not be scared of falling. And if I am going to fall, at least I know I have some type of, leg training and strength that I could try to fall back on. And I think the biggest thing is having just that confidence that, I can push off this leg, because I have been doing it. That's why I transferred over into my confidence about 3 weeks ago, when I was able to play a little bit of pickup basketball, which I didn't think I was going to do.
With your kids.
And I did it again this past week with my son, and I was feeling a lot more confident with that. And that all ties into that, just the exercises and me visualizing that I did this here. Now where can I apply it? And then when I'm applying it somewhere, I automatically said, you know what, I did that pushing the medicine ball around the ground, and I should be able to at least stay on defense on this while I'm defending. So all that coming together, on top of, this last couple of months with all this ice, I fell down a couple times unexpectedly, and I got hurt pretty bad, I thought, and it should have been, prolonged injury, I would have thought, but I was able to recover quickly. So I just told you, I fell down 3 days ago.
Sure.
It's Friday, and I've been able to come back to work out.
Let's check your elapsed time now.
We're at exactly an hour.
Okay, switch it off and have a look at our heart rate average for that hour session.
46.
146. Is that better by 1 or equal?
It's by 1 from last week.
Better by 1. Our record or just last week?
Oh, just from last week.
Just from last week. So fantastic session. You really are working hard, and thanks for sharing that. And in a word, what you've learned to do with that leg since you came in on that day 1, what you've learned to do now is trust. You now have trust in yourself, and you've built up that self-belief in terms of your performance, and proving that you're capable of all of these things you're doing now. And this little clip of you doing this basketball kind of ball interactive up and over exercise, and and a lot of fitness pros frown upon the BOSU. They do, for whatever reason. But in the context of all of that, I believe you've got to meet people where they are, and to build up that confidence. We talk about psychology as part of that word, MOSTRILOGY, and philosophy. Part of my philosophy is that that's helped you build that trust doing these types of stability exercises. So we got to keep that going. Heart rate average of 146 is not easy, as you can attest to. That was a really tough session, but a lot of constructive stuff.
Yeah.
Really good. And I really like that stability improvement that I've seen in you. It's just heartening to see how you've come to trust that problem. We've now got a solution.
Yeah.
It's great stuff.
Thanks,
Well done.
Coach. Appreciate it.
Really good session.
Thank you.